Now, I don't know how you feel about the length of January. It seems to be going on forever. Today is the 5th Monday this month, so we thought we'd get out our strikes calendar to see how February is looking. In short, not good. It's set to be another month littered with these. A number of unions across various industries, here they are, have announced that they're going to be walking out. In fact, there's so many strikes planned. What we thought we'd do is pick out a few key strike dates happening this week to start with. The first big day, we're going to put a square around it, is Wednesday, the 1st of February. The TUC are calling that the Protect the Right to Strike Day. That's after the government said it's going to change the law to make it harder for people in some jobs to take action. So on that day, hundreds of thousands of teachers across England and Wales will be on strike. That's going to force many schools to close or partially close after talks broke down. The situation isn't much better for university students, with lecturers and administrators taking action. That's over pay and pensions. And around 100,000 civil servants in 124 government departments and some other bodies are due to walk out too on the same day. It could also be a week of travel chaos. Let's throw in another day, Friday the 3rd, because rail strikes are going to take place on those 2 days. That'll bring the rail network to a standstill. And as we know, there'll probably be disruption around that for 3 or 4 days. In the last half an hour or so, we've also heard that firefighters and control room staff have also voted to strike over pay. We're going to speak now live to Matthew Rack, who's the General Secretary of the Fire Brigades Union. Thank you so much. We know it's a really busy February. Just give us an idea, because you've given a determination that you will strike, but there's still a chance that those talks could see that not happen. Is that right, Matt?
Yeah, thanks for the invitation. We've announced our ballot result this afternoon. 3 ballots of different groups of our members all have voted overwhelmingly for strike action. So we have a very clear mandate. We've decisively beaten the thresholds set out in the anti-union legislation, and that reflects the anger that our members have over pay. 12 years of falling pay, attacks on our living conditions, attacks on our service, jobs cut to a record number, fire engines axed, fire stations closed, and of course this endless drive to push down wages in our service. People have spoken out today that they're angry about it. While they are proud of their job and want to serve their communities, they also need to pay the bills, and they're increasingly struggling to do that.
Matt, can I ask you, is from the people that you've spoken to, is this all about your specific industry, or do you think some of your members have been influenced by some of the other strikes that they've seen from teachers, from nurses, from civil servants, from those in the transport industry as well?
Look, I think our job is to try and protect the pay of our members, and our members join the Fire Brigades Union for that. So this is a dispute about firefighters' pay and control staff pay. But it's undoubtedly the case that I think people can see a growing anger across the country of workers in the public and the private sector who are sick to the back teeth of seeing, frankly, the rich get richer while workers are told endlessly to tighten our belts. You've got more and more in-work poverty. We've got firefighters being sent to food banks now. It's simply scandalous. And I think our vote today does reflect a bit of that wider anger as well.
How do you keep people safe if you are to go on strike, Matt? Because that's the question that we've asked of nurses who've gone on strike. We've asked of teachers, not the safety issue, but the impact that has on those using the services.
Well, nobody's voted lightly in this, and firefighters don't want to strike. Firefighters don't join the fire service in order to go on strike. But as I say, they've got to pay the bills, and they can't do that currently. However, what we've done today, in fact, we did it before the announcement of our results, we agreed that we would not call strike straight away. We wrote to our employers. We set a 10-day window for them to meet us and see if we can resolve this dispute. I'm pleased that that meeting is taking place on the 8th of February. But my message to the fire service employers and to the government is this: we've delayed calling strikes. We want to resolve the dispute, but you need to wake up to the fact that there is a huge level of anger among the staff in the fire and rescue service, our members, and they need to improve their pay offer. If they do that, then we can avoid a dispute.
Matt, really appreciate your time as ever. I'm sure we'll speak to you again. That's Matt Rack, the General Secretary of the Fire Brigades Union.